What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into the channel. Sorry for the little bit of a late start here. Just had to reply to an email, so I wanted to get that done before I came on here and did some film review, which is what we're doing today. We're going to do a film review. It's a new series we started a couple weeks ago. We're going to take a look at the all-22 film from this Packers versus Rams game. I have a long list of plays here, more than I've ever had, because there's a lot of good in this game. Now, there is some bad. That's the beauty of film, right? You can look at the good, you can look at the bad. So I'm hyped to do that today. How's everyone doing in the chat? If you could leave a like on the live stream as you enter, it'll support the channel a ton. Jonathan, what's up, man? Thomas says, now it's a Tuesday lunch break. Excited to see some Evan Williams and Cooper film. Well, yes, we do have a lot from both. Both of those players I thought had excellent games, right? I think a lot of our rookies, or honestly all the rookies, Javon Bullard, Edan Cooper, and Evan Williams all had a really good game in this one and all showed why they all deserve to be on the field at the same time. And I know it was more of a personnel thing. Jair being out, kicking Nixon out, dropping Bull into the slot, bringing Evan Williams onto the field. But it kind of, at the same time, begs the question right now, hey, you got to keep Evan Williams and Bull on the field at the same time, right? Like, based off of what we saw, and again, it's against the Rams without Cooper Kupp and Nakua, but based on what we saw, just the plays that Evan Williams made, the plays that Bullard, Edan Cooper made, I think you got to keep both of those guys, or all three of those guys, sorry, on the field at the same time. Guys, before we dive into this, I want to give a big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring this live stream. And right now you can get a $100 deposit match with code BASS, B-A-S, at Sleeper. And they already have the picks for Thursday Night Football, Seahawks versus 49ers. So I'm going to bring up my 4 picks here and go over them. Brock Purdy, it's a pick that's on sale for new users, more than a half a passing yard. So it's a free pick. Jordan Mason, more than 84.5 rushing yards. The Niners are going to run the football, and they've been handing it to him a lot. DK Metcalf, more than 65.5 receiving yards. Other than last week, this guy has gotten over this mark, I believe, every other week. And then I also have Geno Smith, less than a 1.5 passing touchdowns. He has yet to throw 2 passing touchdowns in a game all season. I think he's had 1 every single week. And also on Sleeper, if you sign up and make a first-time deposit with code BASS, you're entered in to win a Xavier McKinney jersey here that I'm giving away. Thank you to Sleeper. So again, links pinned in the chat. Sign up on Sleeper if applicable in your state. Make a first-time deposit. That deposit will get matched up to $100, and you'll be entered in this giveaway. Really excited to give away a Xavier McKinney jersey. I mean, 5 interceptions in 5 games. Should have had like 2 or 3, honestly, in that game. Let's see how long he can keep the streak going. Nonetheless, I'm excited. Honestly, I want the jersey myself. I might buy 2. I think I might buy 2 because I want an Xavier McKinney jersey myself. And I feel like the away one, the white one there, fresh. Absolutely fresh. So again, guys, check out Sleeper. A massive shout out to them for sponsoring this channel. It's a great app for not only making your picks, playing fantasy football. There's pick'em pools. It's honestly the best go-to spot for like pretty much anything football in terms of a football app, and other sports. There's basketball, baseball. You can make your picks on all other sports. It's just obviously here on this channel, we focus on football. All right, so let's dive down into some of the film. Let's bring up the screen here. And obviously we're going to start at the beginning of the game. And this one is the first pass, the first play on offense. And, you know, you got to get things rolling here. And again, Jordan Love kind of just off the mark here, and this is to Dontavian Wicks, who had a bad game. Yes, 100%. Dontavian Wicks didn't have a great game. Again, had a couple drops. But it still seems like him and Love just not on the same page, and they got to keep at it. They got to keep at it because he continues to get open a ton. So it's at the bottom of the screen here. We have Jaden Reed in motion. Let this one play through. We have Dontavian Wicks on a crosser. Jordan Love just misses it. Absolutely misses it. And Wicks is open. And this is on the first play of the game. You hit this. I mean, we end up 3 and out on this first drive, and luckily the Rams didn't score, and then we got 7 after that. But you have to hit this. First play of the game, this sets the tone. It's very similar to that Malik Willis play. Was it against the Titans there in week 3? they hit that crosser to Jaden Reed, and it's a different play design, but they hit the crosser to Jaden Reed, and they set the tone. Love has to make this throw, and he's still starting games rusty. You see, kind of floating there, kind of all throwing off his back foot, not really stepping into that throw. I mean, it's the traditional Jordan Love type of throw here, climbing the pocket. It's kind of off that back foot. You see left foot not really planted with, his knee issue. Maybe that's part of it. Kind of just let this one float out there a little bit too far to the left. That should have been a big gain. That should have been like a 30-yard gain there to Tay Wicks. And maybe that also boosts Tay Wicks' confidence, just getting an easy catch like that to start the game, and maybe he doesn't have as many drops throughout the game. They're going to get on the same page, and when they do, look out, because he gets open so much, and when it seems like when it's a good pass, he's dropping it. When it's a bad, or when he's, open, Jordan Love's underthrowing him, overthrowing him, whatever it may be. All right. Now let's go to 3:17. Packers are on defense after going 3 and out there, and man, a lot of people don't like that I keep saying Javon Bullard is a nickel corner. People are like, oh, he's definitely not a nickel corner. And I guess there's opposing opinions on this matter. But he is. He is. And he's a good safety as well. But I guess my main point is here, let him fly around and let him make plays. And if that means Xavier McKinney and Evan Williams are back at safety, I'm completely fine with that. Nixon didn't play that bad at boundary corner in this game. Stokes had a much worse game, and that guy is a boundary corner. So this plays a run for 1 yard up the middle. Kyron Williams will start on the sideline view. We see Bullard down here in the slot. Starts to kind of go in on that motion, shoots the gap, tackles William for a gain of 1. I call that a tackle for loss because he shot right through that. So let's go into the end zone view here. So we see 4-man front here. Rashawn Gary, TJ Slayton, Kenny Clark, Preston Smith. You're kind of in a nickel look here with two backers, Isaiah McDuffie, Quay Walker. So let's pause it right at this handoff. So they get the motion by, I think it's Tutu Atwell. All linebackers slide. Xavier McKinney kind of slides. They're in zone here. And Javon Bullard is attacking this run. I mean, you see the wide open gap here. Kyron Williams is going to want to look to run up the middle here. You kind of see it starting. Quay Walker kind of trying to fill that gap right there. Kyron Williams at this point, very well without Javon Bullard being here, could have bounced this outside and could have gotten a better gain here. It was only a gain of 1, but Javon Bullard comes screaming from the backside and makes a very solid wrap-up tackle there. I mean, this guy is better the closer you get him to the line of scrimmage, if we're being completely honest. And he's been very good as a run defending defender this year. He's been okay in coverage at safety, not the best. I think he'll be better in the nickel covering. I know some people are saying, oh, he can't turn and run and he can't track players, man coverage. I mean, he won a national championship at nickel corner. I think he can do it. I think he can. I know college is a lot different than the NFL. But if this means you have X and Evan Williams back here, and you keep Javon Bullard in the slot here, I'm all for it because he continues to make plays. And we have a couple more that I want to go over from Javon Bullard. But the stars of the show on defense were definitely X, Evan Williams, and Edan Cooper on this defense. So speaking of X, we have 12:07. This is a deep throw to Tutu Atwell, and Xavier McKinney just makes an excellent play on the ball here. I want to read some comments before we get through this. Williams and McKinney were the highest graded safeties in week 5. Yeah, I mean, it checks out. It checks out. We need more plays of Bull close to the line. I agree, Thomas. What's going on, J-Mac? What's going on? And then KIA Soviet, nice to have you back in the stream. Bass, do you think we should move Edan Cooper to Mike and Quay to the weak side? If Edan Cooper can handle that and he can be the green dot guy and set the play up and handle the mic, 100%. I am all on board for that. Bass, we need to trade for a D-line. That's not a question. It's a need. If Devontae Wyatt is out for a long period of time, yeah, probably. Do you mean an edge or an interior guy? All right, so here we go. Let's let this one play through. I'm just going to let this one play through. You see X at the bottom of the screen here. Tutu Atwell in motion, coming on a crosser route. Kind of gets, is that Javon Bullard in coverage? I can't really say. Nonetheless, kind of gets some separation. It might be Stokes, or I think it is Bullard. So you can kind of see it here, right? You see Javon Bullard in man coverage. He's trying to track him, kind of get some hands on him a little too early. Then Tutu Atwell kind of floats upfield. So you can see it. Yeah, Javon Bullard has some issues in coverage. But if you have a guy like Xavier McKinney in the back end, that can break up a ball like that, I mean, you don't got to worry. You don't got to worry when you have a guy like X back there making plays like this. Just an absolute, great timing on that ball, great hit, not like anything too egregious where they're going to throw a flag or call, defenseless receiver. It's just a great timing. It's just great timing by X, and you just can't throw on this guy. So even Matthew Stafford sees that, cheat motion, which that's hard to cover man coverage. Like, people could hate on Bull for this, but this is why the Packers run so much motion and so much cheat motion, because it gives your receiver a head start. It's why the Dolphins do it with Tyreek Hill, because it's so hard to cover. So this is hard to do. This is hard to track someone across the entire field in man coverage off cheat motion. And honestly, Bullard isn't even in that bad of a position, but he still has an X over the top, and he makes a tremendous play on the ball there. So X, man, flying around every single game, just making plays left and right. And, oh, man, he's just been so good for this defense. Okay, 7:41 in the first quarter. Let's go to that. Do you guys know what play this is? It's F it. Jaden Reed is down there somewhere. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, no videos available for this play? That's got to be a glitch. Hold on, because I saw this already. Maybe I have to refresh it. I saw this already. I looked at this play on all 22. Okay, thank you. I was going to say, I know it was disgusting to the Rams defense, but it's not like it doesn't exist. All right, let's just watch it full screen, and let's see how this one looks. We're just going to let this play because it's a work of art by Jaden Reed. It's a wild throw by Jordan Love, if we're being honest. I mean, I said I was going to let it play through, but I know my camera's kind of blocking it a little bit. But 1 defender, 2 defender, 3 defender, ball in the air. In this moment, watching this game, I was like, what are you doing, Jordan Love? Like, let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. Right here, I'm like, look at Bo Melton. He's looking back at the ball like, oh my God, like what? What? Bo Melton here. Watch Bo Melton here. Top of the screen, run a deep stop route right past this defender. Boom, sit down. Look at that. Look how much space. Jordan Love still has the ball in his hand, right? Look at this. And you could argue this defender maybe gets a hand on it, but point of release. Bo Melton, this cornerback starts to work back. Point of release, we have safety, corner, drop back, cover 3, linebacker following that seam or that post all the way. Airs it out, and somehow, I mean, I don't I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how Jaden Reed caught that, but I think he's 4 for 4 on passes 20-plus yards and has a 99.9 PFF grade on such. He's been insane. And I honestly think Jaden Reed would be statistically a top 3 wide receiver in the NFL if Jordan Love was playing every single game this year so far. Let's be completely honest. All right, let's watch it from the end zone view. So play action right, Emmanuel Wilson. Great protection. Rasheed Walker. You got Josh Myers, Elton Jenkins, and Sean Ryan all in one player. Rams only sending 4. You have Emmanuel Wilson and Zach Tom locking those 2 up. Jordan Love bounces, launches that thing. I mean, it just looks insane. 1, 2, 3. I mean, yeah, you can kind of see it like, okay, maybe he beats all these players and you put it right near that goal line and he comes down with it. But the decision here is definitely questionable. It's just a hell of a play by Jaden Reed. I mean, he had a hand over his head, like over his eyes. I'll try to pause it right there. How do you catch that? Okay, whenever you go full screen, it like resets it. How do you catch that? That's insane. Try to pause it yet again. Right. That's insane, guys. It's crazy. Jacob says, how confident are you in Wicks makes a good comeback? Very confident. I mean, you guys know me. Like, you could probably take me as the most biased Wicks supporter, and I'm fine with that. Just because how consistently he gets wide open, there's a reason this guy is the most targeted wide receiver on the Green Bay Packers, because he gets so open. Once they're on the same page, these are the same issues that were happening early last year. Jordan Love off the mark a little bit. Wide receivers at wrong depths. Wide receivers dropping the passes. Look what happened when they finally got all on the same page. Jordan Love and Tay Wicks are going to get on the same page. Bird outside needs to shut up. And it's going to be masterful. Let's see how many air yards. So 50, 40, 35 yards. Point of release all the way. So that's 15, 40. Okay, so 15 plus 45. What's that? 60 air yards. That ball traveled 60 yards in the air from point of release to point of catch. Sheesh. What a play. What a play. I mean, it's just a play made. You know, it's not one you look at and you go, wow, what a great play call, or what a great decision. But I mean, neither. Honestly, neither. And Jordan Love probably should have went to Bo Melton. But when you make plays like this, man, you're going to be getting chances like this, and Jaden Reed has been. All right, so let's move to the Jacobs touchdown. That was right after this. It's 6:52. 6:52. Here we go. And this is why when I went over my PFF video and I predicted Jacobs to be near the top, is because a lot of times he was dead to rights in the backfield or in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, and he made plays, extended plays here. So again, a shotgun run on the goal line, not a huge fan. Tucker Kraft in motion, Josh Jacobs up to the left side here. He's dead to rights. Rams got the initial push. We got this left end out here, kind of got by Tucker Kraft. Zach Tom getting a hand to the face here. Tay Wicks kind of blocking this defensive back, or at least trying to get in the way. And right here, you're going, okay, we're stuffed, and we're going to move on to the next play. But Jacobs does a great job bouncing that outside, putting a foot in the dirt, and just cooking 97 to the outside here, and then turning on the Jets and getting that ball across the pylon. So Jacobs, patient runner, good ball carrier vision, and way to extend a play here. That was dead. I mean, it was bad blocking, and it was dead. So I'm glad Josh Jacobs had the wherewithal to do this. See this kind of there and be like, all right, that's not. And maybe I thought he was going to bounce and then shoot right up here in this gap, which maybe he could have right here and just bam. But he saw this opening on this right side. He's like, I can beat 97. Look at this guy. Give him a little cut in the grass or in the turf and get to that pylon, and he did. So great play there by Josh Jacobs. And, GMB, Bill's the GOAT. JJ needs more touches. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Let's see. You surely believe Love is more Favre than Rodgers? Love is a gunslinger? Sure. Did Jordan Morgan play Sunday? No, he was out. And Sean Ryan did allow 2 sacks, so he was playing great, but this is a tough front by the Rams. What do we have next? We have the Reed drop. I don't even need to go over that. Let's not do Jaden Reed like that. He hasn't had drop issues. Let's do, second quarter, 13:03. 13:03. Here we go. Guys, we have a Kenny Clark sighting. It's like Bigfoot, right? Honestly, Rashawn Gary's Bigfoot at this point. Does he exist? Kenny Clark in the middle here on the left side, actually. My mistake. Gets pressure on Logan Bruss instantly. Gets right by him. Pressures Matthew Stafford, which makes him release the ball early, and a great job by Keyshawn Nixon just remaining in the way. And again, this is what I said, Nixon wasn't bad at boundary corner, guys. And everyone's so ready to hate Nixon and be like, oh, Bullard can't play slot, and Nixon's trash. I mean, to be honest, Stokes was the problem here on Sunday. Valentine didn't allow a passer rating. Nixon did allow some receptions. Let's be completely honest. He did. But he wasn't terrible considering he played 2 different positions, one of which he hasn't played much as a pro. And a good job there just getting in the way. But it was made by Kenny Clark here, in my opinion. And it was about time we saw something from Kenny Clark, honestly. And it was his highest graded PFF grade from this season so far. And Logan Bruss is the worst PFF pass blocking left guard. This should happen. You should smoke that dude. And I'm glad you did. Because this center and this guard, I forget the center's name. Center and left guard are the worst pass blocking PFF grades at their respective positions in the entire NFL before this game. They probably still are. I don't know, but they're low. Regardless, they're low. So I'm glad Kenny Clark finally had a good game, but he's got to do it against better competition. And these front four, they have to get home like this. Right? When you're just rushing 4 here. Sorry, they rushed 5. You got Bullard on the nickel blitz there. But still, you got to get home and force a throw, and a good job by Keyshawn Nixon simply getting in the way. Maybe you'd like to see him turn his head around. Maybe he comes up with an interception if he does, but hey, you can't be mad at a perfectly timed incompletion. And if that ball was hung out there anymore, that receiver could have fought back through Nixon and got PI. So that's just good timing there by Nixon. Just tracking the receiver, watching his eyes, and just be like, hey, I'm just gonna get in the way, right? All right, what do we have next? We have okay. This one's interesting. Second quarter, 9:47. So I want to see your guys' take on this. I thought it was second quarter, 9:47. Why do I do this so much? I'm so bad at, I think it's this one. It is this one. Cool. It is the correct time. I'm just blind. So this is going to be another incomplete pass to Dontavian Wicks from Jordan Love, again on 1st and 10. So you got to set the tone right after the Rams score, kickoff, touchback, obviously, right? We're the Green Bay Packers. They're not going to kick it to us. You got to set the tone here on first down. If you're not going to run the ball, which they should be because Josh Jacobs is doing well and the Rams couldn't stop the run. So that's another thing. The Cardinals also can't stop the run. So I'm really hoping this week we actually just lean on Josh Jacobs early. But okay, so we have cheat motion across the formation. Tay Wicks up into a out route, a deep out route. You guys let me know what you think before I say anything. I'll let this play through. Let me know what you think of this. Cooks as defender. Incomplete. Do you guys... There's two takes on this. Jordan Love, you see the sticks. It's right at the 40-yard line. Wicks is making his break at the 38. One take is that Wicks kind of rounded this and started to drift upfield. Drifts all the way to the 46, which I do see. I definitely do see. And another take is that Love didn't put enough on it. Because even if you look at the throw, it's not like it's high to the 41-yard line. I'm getting a phone call, but I should be fine. It looks like it's high. It's not high to the 41-yard line. It's still kind of like low and kind of skips down at the 44. I think it's both. I honestly think it's both. I think it's not a great throw by Jordan Love, and it's Wicks also drifting a little bit farther upfield than maybe he should be. I think it's both. But you guys let me know. I think it's a great route overall by Wicks if he, right off this break, because he cooks his guy on a rocker step, if he just, bam, right to that 42-yard line, we're probably looking at a completion there. So I see both sides. But you see also, Wicks just gets open, guys. The cornerback, I mean, he's cooked. Couldn't flip his hips in time. He's cooked. So needs to be tighter after the break. Yeah, I agree. But again, I think if Love puts a little more power, a little more, mustard on that per se, it's a complete pass. I think they're both just kind of off the same page right now, and that's what I was talking about earlier. And it should get cleaned up. It should definitely get cleaned up. What do we have next? Second quarter, 4:25. Let's get to this. Skip all the way down to 4:25. Here we go. Need Dobbs, perhaps some sticky glue on the gloves for Wicks. Yeah, right. Love has been super inconsistent and rather inaccurate when he's been on the field this year, but he gets better as the game progresses, and that will continue to clean up. And it seems like he got better on his knee as this game progressed in terms of mobility as well. So here's going to be a Quay Walker tackle for loss. Quay Walker, again, inconsistent type of game in my opinion, but this is an excellent play by him. Read and react, toss play. Quay Walker shoots through shoots through that block, gets an instant hit on Kyren Williams, and Evan Williams comes up to finish the tackle. So this is a great read and react by Quay Walker. And Evan Williams, I mean, watch Evan Williams on this as well. This is a great play by both of these guys. Evan Williams deep, Edan Cooper, or Quay Walker right here. Right on this snap, you see motion. Evan Williams is like, I'm coming up. I see this. Like, right that motion. Evan Williams is like, yeah, no, I know what this is. I watched the film too. And Evan Williams fights through the block and then finishes off that tackle. So this is a Quay Walker and Evan Williams clip for sure. Let's watch the end zone view here. Check this out. So you see the motion. They really showed off their hand here by this motion. You see Quay shift. You see Evan Williams just shoot up. Toss play. Quay Walker, good job, getting that tackle, getting that first hit, and Evan Williams cleaning it up. What do we have next? We have, here we go. 3:49 in the second. Here we will see an Edan Cooper play. This is that awesome sack by Edan Cooper, which was a stunt. Awesome delayed stunt by Edan Cooper. I think he's right in the middle here. Yeah, so you'll see both of those defensive linemen kind of come and then burst inside, allowing Edan Cooper to loop around on a stunt. And at that point, Edan Cooper is just so damn fast. I mean, this guy, in my opinion, is the fastest linebacker in the NFL. Like, I really do think he is. When you see him, at least on the field he is, because this guy flies. And it's a great sack by Edan Cooper. And another very important thing to note in this play and why it happened and why Edan had enough time. So we're in man coverage. We have man here. Evan Williams is on this tight end. Quay Walker's on the running back, right? Nixon, I believe, down here on the slot receiver. Stokes down here. And then I believe it's cover one, so McKinney's kind of in his zone. So based on the fact, you'll see here, right off the snap, this tight end, Well, it's motion here, and this tight end's going to chip, right? So this tight end right here is going to chip. So Evan Williams has a man on this tight end, sees that he's chipping. We have Nixon down at the bottom, outside shade. Tutu Atwell is going to run a crosser. What does Williams do? Even though that Tutu is not Williams' man, what does he do? He gets downhill because he has time because that tight end chipped, even though that's his man, and he puts a little physical content on Tutu Atwell to reroute him, pretty much, and allows Nixon to then get back and cover that crosser. So Evan Williams, again, making a terrific play here, and then allowing, I think Stafford, without that rerouting, hits Tutu here, right off this break. Look at this. If Evan Williams isn't there, Tutu's running this crosser. Look at the green grass. And, but Evan Williams puts some contact on him, reroutes him, and still gets to his flat player. And that allows enough time for Edan Cooper to come over top or around with that stunt for the sack. Both players. This is why you keep Evan Williams on the field, right? This is why you keep Evan Williams on the field. What else do we have? We have the Love interception. Oh, Jesus. We're looking at this? Yeah, we're going to look at it, aren't we? We're going to look at it, aren't we? Man, this is, okay. We're going to go quick with this one. We're gonna go quick with this one. That's insane. Like, hey, all I'm gonna say, Love was playing chess, not checkers. It was right before the end of half. He knew if he got a safety here, that's 2 points. His defense was gassed, and then the offense will get another 7 points, and that's 9. And they ended up with only 6 because they missed the PAT. So 6 points allowed is better than 9 points allowed, right? All jokes aside, I mean, look at the platform of this throw, right? How are you throwing that, dude? He is off the ground. Why are you? That's insane. Like Love at all costs was like, I will not be taking a safety today. We can laugh about it because we won this game. But if we lost this game by 6, you're looking at this and you're just like, this is like Dan Orlovsky type of play, right? Like, this is like Dan Orlovsky running out of the back of the end zone. Let's be completely honest. If Kraft caught that, it would have been the best 3-yard throw ever. Honestly, I think Kraft was shocked that this ball came out. From this point right here, Kraft is like, oh my God, what the... Oh, Kraft is like, I can't help you, brother. I can't help you with that one. Because Kraft's at a block and release and just kind of is there. Kraft technically could have caught the ball. I think he's an eligible receiver, but he's blocking. He's not going out for a route. It's the pocket push to the right. So they're moving the pocket to help extend, Jordan Love's time, and backside rusher just goes unblocked. And yeah, you'd like to see Jacobs kind of float out and Rasheed Walker get the end and Jacobs get that defensive back. It doesn't happen. And Jacobs had a poor pass blocking grade. I'm sure that's part of it, but it's a bad play. It's a bad play. Let's move on. What do we have? Oh yeah, here we go. 103. I posted this on Twitter. Keep running this. Pony formation. Jacobs on the right, Reed on the left. It's going to be a Texas by Reed. Wide open. Keep running Reed out of the backfield. Shades of Randall Cobb running routes out of the backfield. I mean, look how much space he has. You give Jaden Reed that much space, like, what are you doing? What are you doing as a defense? You see Jaden Reed in the backfield, he's a weapon, not only catching the ball, but running it. And he's split out wide, so they could still do kind of an outside zone here, hand it behind him. Jaden Reed loops around this way. They've done that. So that's still a worry here. We have 39 here. Who's 39? 39 is Jalen McCullough. He's going to a flat, and I think he thinks Jaden Reed is also running to a flat because he just gets cooked. I mean, where is anyone? Keep running Jaden Reed on Texas routes. Run him on a wheel. Run him on a seam out of the backfield, man. Just do everything to get mismatches with Jaden Reed. Let's be completely honest. All right, move on to the next one. We have 12-10 in the third. Moneyman Reed, yes, Turtles, 100%. What was it? 12-10 in the third. That's what it is. Where are we at? 12-10. This is the fumble. Great play by JJ Enigbare here. This kind of changes the game here. Right now, the Packers are down by 3, and the Rams have the ball, and they're driving. They're inside the Packers 30. This was the momentum flip, guys. This is such a big play by JJ Enigbare. It's a toss right to Kyron Williams. Watch Enigbare. he's kind of dead to rights here. Like, he's not really making a play on the ball, but he continues to fight and he continues to work back towards the football here and just comes in and punches that thing out. And of course, Xavier McKinney's on it. And I thought X was going to break out of this and take it for 6, but good tackle there by that lineman. Let's go to the end zone view real quick. You know, this is what you want to see. You want to see hustle out of your defensive linemen, even if they're blocked, right, to work back towards the football here. Great backside block by that tight end. And right here, I mean, Edan Cooper. J.J. Ngbar still working back towards the ball. Good tackle by Lucas Van Ness. And J.J. Ngbar just punches that thing out. Kind of similar to last week, you know, Byron Murphy. Just coming in and just, boom, hitting that thing right out. Great. That's crazy. X is just like right man, right place every time, right? Look at this ball just float out. And it kind of like, you see Quay Walker go for it. You see Evan Williams go for it. You think one of them are going to get it. And I think Quay kind of like scoots it back a bit. And watch X is like, oh, thank you. I'll take that. Thank you. That's so funny. That's so funny to watch. Sorry, it wasn't even X going in. Hold on. It was Bullard. Bullard, Quay, and Evan Williams are all like, ball. X is just standing there like, yeah, we got a fumble. He's like, oh, there's the ball. Just right place, right time, man. X is like the king at that at this point. All right, let's move on to Kraft touchdown. Yes, 11:26 in the third. And what happens 2 plays after this? I'm telling you, it was the momentum swing. Here we go. I think this is this Troy Reader? Here's Roseboom. So it's motion, orbit motion. They've done this a lot. Orbit motion to a handoff. And again, a masterclass play call by Matt LaFleur. Because what do they do right here? Orbit motion, fake handoff, pulling guard. What does that do? Sits the linebackers down and moves them this way. Because right now, you're seeing a pulling guard. You're thinking 100% they are handing this off to Jaden Reed. What does that allow? Allows Tucker Kraft to kind of come up here, at least kind of look like maybe I'm trying to go get a block, and then sneak right behind the linebackers. And we also have Wicks pulling that cover 3 corner out of the play on a deep post. Love firing it across the left side. And then the rest is history. I mean, try to bring down Tucker Kraft with your first attempt. It's not going to happen. I don't think I've seen this guy go down once on the first attempt. He is the yak king as of right now. And I don't know if you guys saw the podcast Kraft went on with AJ Dillon. It's a funny one. So definitely go check that out. AJ Dillon does have that podcast. If you happen to watch this, AJ, I'd love to come on, or you can come on to this show as well. That'd be a joy to do. But nonetheless, a great play designed by Matt LaFleur, getting Tucker Kraft wide open, and then Tucker Kraft just finish it. Look at Tay Wicks, man. Look at Tay Wicks down the field. So as long, you know, he might drop some passes and he might be having a rough season, but you keep him on the field also because of this. You know, he sees this ball come out, Tucker Kraft, he's like, oh, he's got one man to beat. I mean, he's got this man to beat. I'm responsible for this safety, right? Let's see. John better be, I'm just making sure I heard someone write Mike, so I'm just making sure my mic's still working, right? We're still good. Yeah, well, I think we're good. Okay, Tucker Kraft catches it, stiff arm. Tay Wicks just blocking, and takes out basically the other defender as well, because he ends up falling while blocking, and that other defender trips over him. So he took out 2 players there. Perfect by Tay Wicks. All right, we have, ooh, yes, I love this play. 11:15. Oh, nope, hold on. This one. Special teams. Special teams, baby. You know we got to watch some special teams. Kickoff. It's going to be returned by, I think, Blake Corum. Caught at the 6-yard line. Watch Bullard, man. Boom! I mean, he's making plays on defense. He's making plays on special teams. I'm going to see that in his own view here. So I think Bullard is right here, I believe. Dynamic kickoff, right, guys? So weird. I don't like it at all. Yeah, it is Corum. So Bullard gets off block from 48. Screaming down. Oh, sorry, no, that's Robert Rochelle, I think. Bullard's right here. Lays a solid hit on Blake Corum. That's Blake Corum, man. He's a good runner. It's hard to bring him down. That's not just like some random defensive back, right? Like, that's quick. That's their kick return. Like Keyshawn Nixon, right? This is Blake Corum. Great tackle. I mean, just right in his spot where you hit him. Great tackle. What do we have next? We have, okay, 10:31 in the third. Let's move on. Pass breakup by Evan Williams. So, again, you got Evan as kind of the single high here. X dropping down near the line of scrimmage, kind of in a nickel roll here. And let's see. I kind of forget with this play how it goes, so I'll watch it once through. Play action left. Stafford rolls right, comes back. Okay, this play, yeah. What a terrific timing play by Evan Williams. So you could see how fluid he is back here at the single high. It's going to be a crosser for Tutu Atwell, which they ran a lot. So Evan Williams is going to first kind of float this way, and then he sees Tutu coming across. Valentine kind of getting cooked here. Flips his hips. So fluid with that. Gets back to the ball. Perfect timing. Kind of a bang-bang play. Like, couldn't time that better. If you look at it slow-mo, it's like a hair early, but in real sense, like, that's not PI. And it's a great play. Great play by Evan Williams, who made a ton of these during this game. Let's watch it again from this view. You see Evan Williams as the single high. Come on, snap this ball, Stafford. Let's go. Play action. Stafford kind of rolls right, has to, gets pressured left. We have Quay Walker coming in. He sees this crosser, steps up into that throw, fires it across. Perfect timing. I mean, without Evan Williams there, it's a touchdown, man. It could be. You have cover 3 on the back side. So I think this is cover 3 Mabel, I'm pretty sure, because we have man on the right and then a cover 3 zone backside by Keyshawn Nixon. And he gets back there. He's kind of in the mix too, but this play is definitely made by Evan Williams. Yeah, see, you have Keyshawn kind of bouncing out. I don't know if it was man across the board, but it looks like it could have been like cover 3 Mabel mainly. But nonetheless, a great show the celebration. I don't know if they show it. Let's see. Love it. Love it. Doing it for Jair, huh? What do we have next? No, X interception. Of course we do. Of course we do. Here we go. Let's watch it. I mean, Matthew Stafford has gifted him this one. Let's be honest. This happened a couple times so far this season. But X, again, right place, right time. Lofted that thing up. Okay, thank you. And X should have had another one after this. It was right through his hands. He dropped it. I mean, I just don't see, if you're Stafford, like, what are you seeing here? Like, a couple of these other plays, like, yeah, that get broken up. You're like, all right, like, you see it. This was a boneheaded play by Matthew Stafford. Like, what are you seeing here? He gets instant pressure by Carl Brooks. Carl Brooks had an excellent game. PFF graded him at a 32.8, I think. Great grade. Crazy. What are you seeing here, man? That's a Will Levis throw. I mean, that's a Will Levis throw, if we're being honest. And Matthew Stafford has a few of these this season. It's been a problem. He also doesn't have his receivers, so I'll give him that. But great play by X. I mean, just ran the route for him. Tutu's like, yeah, okay. Tutu ain't even trying. He's like, yeah, I'm not fucking going for that. He just put a horrible ball out there for me in double coverage. It's like, what are you doing? Watch Tutu's body language after this. He's like, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that, guys. I ain't going for that. He's just not even trying. I wouldn't be either, honestly, with that. I'd be like, that's on you, man. That's on you. All right, what do we have? Kraft touchdown 2. 4:08 in the third. Let's go. 4:08 in the third. 4:08 in the third. I don't even have it. Oh, it's right here. Tight end screen. Great, great play by Tucker Kraft here to get across the goal line. A little bit of emotion here. Jordan Love, tight end screen. Great executed screen by the Green Bay Packers. We can't say that all too often. Tucker Kraft barely getting across the goal line here for his second touchdown. Great play. Great play design, too. They're a lot better at tight end screens than they are running back screens. That shifts the linebackers a little bit, gets them looking that way. Great job by the lineman kind of selling that and then getting in front. You got Josh Myers just completely missing. I mean, Josh Myers kind of just in the way at that point. You see Josh Myers coming upfield. He's like, oh, I got Rose Boom. Oh, no, I don't. But Tucker Kraft still going to break a tackle, still going to extend that thing out and get across the plane for a touchdown. Awesome play by Tucker Kraft. 104 in the third. Let's keep going. Here we go. Here is a great play by both Keyshawn Nixon and Edan Cooper on a big loss here. Massive loss. You see, again, Keyshawn Nixon, boundary corner, outside shade. He didn't play that bad on the boundary, guys. Let's motion. Play action. Backside screen. Nixon gets by this lineman, gets the instant hit, and Edan Cooper comes in and lays the hammer to clean that thing up. So great diagnose by Edan Cooper here, kind of floating, and then attacking. And even if Keyshawn Nixon misses that tackle, it don't matter. Edan Cooper's right there to clean that up, and he's taking that thing out. He's taking it out. Boom! Edan Cooper just flies out there, man. I love it. Can you imagine how lethal this team will be with a center that doesn't constantly whiff? Yeah, imagine if they drafted Creed Humphrey, huh? Can we watch Evan Williams in coverage on the last defensive play? Yes, we're getting there. Don't worry, we are getting there. We're almost there. We have 15 minutes in the fourth. 15 minutes in the fourth. Carl Brooks, baby. Here we go. Carl Brooks. Again, 32.8 PFF grade, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one I was looking at. Carl Brooks at defensive end. Like wide 9 almost. Love it. Love it. Boom. Swim move. Gets around Rob Havenstein. See ya. Take a seat, Matthew Stafford. Take a seat, Carl Brooks. Man, I love Carl Brooks. It's the absolute power right there just to get through Havenstein that easy. Something that Rashawn Gary struggled with all day. Rashawn Gary on the opposite side here. Let's actually watch, see how he does on the left tackle here. He gets double teamed. Okay. Nice stunt by LVN. And then, again, Carl Brooks just getting in there. Power move. Stafford, sit down. Love it. Next, we have the Love Scramble, 1042. So this is what I meant when I said, as the game went on, it seems like Love's was more comfortable being mobile. And bench Nixon, I've seen enough. Wrong. All right, here we go. This is that 3rd and 12. Massive, massive conversion here. Love scrambling right. Like, this looks like classic Love. Breaking a tackle, staying in bounds, not sliding down, taking a hit, and getting that first down. He's getting more comfortable. He's getting a lot more comfortable with this knee. And subsequently, he's getting better as that happens. And he's making his throws better. He's setting his feet better. He's, everything. Everything is starting to get better with this knee. Let's look at from the end zone view, see how this looks. Nixon to outside quarter, bench Stokes. I'm not mad at it. If it gives Bullard in the slot and Evan Williams at safety, I'm cool with it. And then you can rotate in Carrington. You can rotate in Stokes if you need to. Nice job outrunning 55 there. Who's 55? That's Braden Fisk. Okay, you should have outran him, so nothing crazy there. But extending that play, man, and then kind of, this is risky. Like, you just hurt your knee 3 weeks ago, and you need to gain, what's that, another, 11 yards here. And you got 2 defenders. You got to make a man miss, and you got to dive forward for that first down on that leg. That's how you know he's starting to trust it more, and that's good. That's good. What else do we have? The Stokes slip. Speaking of Eric Stokes. I mean, this is the one. Eric Stokes was slipping all over the field. And here's one of them. Eric Stokes, top of the screen, outside shade. So, you're trying to stop a 9. You're trying to stop a deep out route, and he just gets flipped around and slips. It's like, dude, you're outside shade. You have safety help. Why are you biting so hard on that? He didn't even really, first off, great game by Jordan Whittington. This guy's been great. But why are you biting so hard on the inside when you're clearly in cover 3 here and you don't need anything to go outside of you? Look at his body position. You have X over the middle. You know how good he is. Why are you biting so hard on this being a potential dig or post? Why are you overshooting? And that causes him to slip. Look at him. He's all off platform. Easy gain. So you can't just be like, oh, the turf is bad. That's why Stokes is bad. Like, no, he put himself in a horrible position here. While he's outside shade cover 3. There's no reason to do that. There's absolutely no reason to do that. One more time. If he just stays with his leverage here like he should, he might make a play on this ball. But, nah, he gets cooked. All right. Wait. We got one more. Sorry, Stokes. I'm sorry, man. Oh, God. Here we go. Stokes, top of the screen. Outside shade yet again. Do we want to guess? Do we want to guess which kind of route this is breaking to? Which side this is breaking to? Stokes is outside shade, mind you. Do you want to guess? It's going outside. And I'm not going to lie. Demarcus Robinson, great job selling inside here. Bam. Slips. That 1 foot in the ground, I mean, that's what you want to do. Outside shade, at least try to work that cornerback back and boom. I mean, dude, you are so off platform. You are there to stop the outside route. Why are you biting on that yet again? You have some help over the middle here. I think it's man-to-man, actually, so you really don't. But you expect pressure to get home, and you can't just allow that out. I mean, that's a gimme. I honestly thought Edan Cooper was going to, one-hand this, snag that shit. I was like, oh, my God. If he did that, rough game for Eric Stokes, though. I mean, you just get cooked. You're outside shade. You are literally saying, Okay, you can't run a fade on me. You can't run an out route. What does he do? It's bad. It's bad. Ooh, okay, 2 more plays. 3:16 in the fourth. 3:16 in the fourth. This one I saw a lot of mixed opinions on. A lot of mixed opinions, especially from people on Twitter. This is that 9 route. Tay Wicks, bottom of the screen, 3rd and 10. Jordan Love likes the matchup, 1v1, puts that thing on a line out there, and it goes right through Wicks' hands. So this has got to be a catch by Wicks, regardless. Regardless of what you think of the throw, Wicks has got to come down with that. Now, I saw an opinion, I think it was by actually Christian Watson's dad, and I tend to agree with it, is that this isn't underthrown. Love is putting this on a line, and if Wicks didn't kind of stutter and come back like he has to make a jump ball catch, it would have hit him right in the hands. I mean, it did anyways, but this is on a line. He's not lofting it, and you could argue, oh, Jordan Love should have way lofted this, and it would have been a touchdown. But I don't think there's any real need for Wicks to come back at that like a jump ball. I mean, you could argue it's a tiny, tiny bit underthrown, but, you know, it went right through Wicks' hands. You got to come down with this catch. You got to come down with this catch. Right through his hands. You know, that just ends the game there. In my opinion. Yeah, that definitely ends the game there, right? Because I don't even know how many timeouts the Rams have, but we're up by 5. It's 3rd and 10. Then you give the Rams a shot here to go win the game against you. You got to make this play. You know, fires it on a line. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so when you look at this view, watch. It's a little bit to the outside. Like if it was slightly more inside, yeah, it's on a line, hits you right here. Touchdown. But Wicks kind of stutters and tracks this ball weird and kind of starts to stop and then comes back at it. Which, I'm okay with it. Just catch the ball, man. Catch the ball. You know? Got to catch the ball right in your hands. Ugh, it's a shame. He'll get back, though. Last play, Evan Williams, game winner. Which is also a great pressure by Edan Cooper. Evan Williams and Edan Cooper was the name of the game outside of X. In this game to win this game. Instant pressure, Edan Cooper, broken up, Evan Williams. I mean, it's a terrific play by both of these rookies. Terrific. Edan Cooper right at the mic. You kind of have Quay Walker flying around at the line of scrimmage. Love it. I love this look. Right here, Edan in the middle, Quay kind of floating around, doing some pre-snap moves. You have a stunt here. Kenny Clark pushing left. Edan stunning over 2 players here. Carl Brooks taking that double team perfectly. Kenny Clark moving left. Edan Cooper flying. I mean, this guy is so fast, guys. Look how fast Edan. Don't take him off the field, please. Please keep this guy on the field. Look at this. He is so fast. And then Evan Williams, man. What a play. What a play. He's all there. No. Thank you. Game over. We win. 2 rookies affecting the play on the last play here. Massively. Massively. A lot of people want to say that's a hold on Havenstein. So I looked up I saw Andy Herman posted this. I didn't know this, honestly. So if a defensive end does that swim underneath move like that, they put themselves in that position. So if it looks like he's holding him in a chokehold, that's not a hold. So that happened a lot to Rashawn Gary because that's the move he went with a lot in this game. So he put himself in that position. So it's not a hold. I know a lot of people were like, that's a hold on Rashawn Gary. And it happened a couple plays before this. I forget which one, but it definitely happened a couple plays before this. But yeah, what a play by both rookies, man. Edan Cooper started this by getting an instant pressure. Matthew Stafford had to stick in there and be like, all right, I got to throw this slant. And Evan Williams finishes it with a great pass break up there across the middle to Colby Parkinson. But yeah, guys, that's this week's film review. We had a lot. Oh, actually, you know what? I missed one. There's a deep ball. Let's go over one more. Where is it? Let's do one more. Javon Bullard, because PFF ties this reception of 31 yards to Javon Bullard. So let's find the 31-yard reception to I think it was Whittington, which is incorrect, in my opinion. Where is it? 26 yards? No. I guess I could search Whittington. That would probably be the easier way to do this, huh? Where is this thing? Let me search Whittington. Jordan Whittington in this game. Play result. No, I don't want to fumble. I want receiving. 10 plays match. Okay. 31 yards. Here it is. All right. So let's watch this play. Let's watch this one. Okay. It's going to be play action left. We have Whittington in motion here, kind of like in line, setting up to be a blocker here for this run, right? Linebackers, Bullard, both linebackers have to first play this run, and it looks like one, and they do a good job at getting up, but it's play action, right? And you might think right here, hey, Bullard, why aren't you tracking Whittington here? Wide open for a 31-yard gain. Now, I think this is on Quay Walker, and I'll tell you why. Because Quay Walker is the right side linebacker in this case after the motion. You know, he's more to the right side here. You could even argue it's on Isaiah McDuffie. But there's a term called robot, which is basically you roll over and back once you diagnose that this is not a run. Play action. What Quay should do here is turn around at a 45-degree angle and find the crosser. That's what you should do as a linebacker that was first diagnosing if it's a run or not, but now you're in coverage. And Bullard should do the same thing, but for this crosser, right? And he doesn't. So Bullard should do the same thing right here, get back and go to this side. Quay should get back and go to this side. He doesn't. PFF marked this on Javon Bullard because they just looked at it and they said, oh, Javon Bullard's on man coverage here. No, he's not. He's in the box defending the run. This isn't man coverage. It's man coverage across the board everywhere else, but it's two zones here, and Quay Walker needs to robot here and get back, and he doesn't. So that's on Quay Walker. PFF puts it on Javon Bullard, lowering his grade, raising his receptions allowed and yardage allowed, which it's not correct, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. They look at this and they go, oh, Javon Bullard, man coverage. No, he's not. He should be man coverage because he doesn't even follow that jerk motion. He's sitting there in the box. Quay Walker needs to get back. He needs the robot, and he needs to track that crosser down. Does he get there in time? Maybe. Maybe not, but at least he'd be in a better position, right? Right here. You see that's play action. Quay, get back. Why are you sitting here? Just sitting for nothing. And then basically stuck on a string to Javon Bullard. There's no reason for Quay to go left here. There's no reason. You have Javon, you have Nixon. There is absolutely no reason for Quay to go left here. I don't know why he does it. So, again, just kind of showing you the issues in Quay Walker's game in terms of coverage. Hard to say without coverage call. I get that. But this is not Javon Bullard man on Whittington. It is not. He would have tracked that jerk motion. He would have tracked that more. He's just sitting there in that zone where he should be. It looks like man. Yes, it is. It is on the corners and safeties, I believe. But it's not. It's not for these backers. You got man up top, man, probably cover one. And then you have two zones here by Bullard and I think McDuffie's an instant attack and man on the running back. Yeah, he is. Okay. Yeah, see, look who's... I mean, when you watch this, boom, right here, Quay needs the robot and track this crosser. He still can. If he diagnoses this quick enough and knows what he needs to do, he could have at least gotten a hand on him and tried to track him. It's not on Bullard. And PFF put it on 31 yards on Javon Bullard, and that's why people are like, Javon Bullard can't cover. He's not a nickel. No, that's not on Bullard here. It's not. You know, you guys let me know what you think, but, you know, and I learned this term and did the research on it because I don't know if you guys know Ross Uglum. He posted a tweet saying this, and a great job on that because he's 100% correct. He's 100% correct. So that's on Quay. That's not on Bullard. So PFF, remove the 31 yards on Bullard, please. But that does it for film review. I appreciate you guys coming by. I do this every week. I'm planning to do it Tuesdays, but I might do it some Mondays. We'll see. It's on Alexander. Yeah, right? Alexander should be back. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming by. If you could leave a like while leaving the stream, I'd really appreciate it. It'll tell me to keep doing these things, which I want to, so us Packers fans can continue to watch the film and maybe get a better view, a better, eagle's eye type of view of the game rather than just looking at the broadcast. Because you learn a lot more. You see things like this, and you're like, oh, okay, rather than just looking at PFF stats and going, Javon Bullard can't cover. You know what I mean? You learn a little bit more. So I appreciate you guys coming by to the channel. Yeah, leave a like if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new here. You'll stay in the loop with everything Green Bay Packers. But yeah, guys, appreciate you coming by. I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, go Pack, go.